After the buffalo herds were wiped out in the late 1800s, life on the plains changed forever. For the Lakota people pushed onto the Pine Ridge Reservation, survival now meant adapting to a world they hadn't chosen. The U.S. government had a plan: turn the warriors into ranchers. Cattle were brought onto the reservation, not as a gift, but as part of a policy to civilize the Lakota. Agents supplied the cattle and equipment, the lumber for cattle yards. They told the people to raise herds and settle down. But the system was rigged in favor of many of the Indian agents. They controlled the herds, the trades, the supplies, even the money. Native cowboys did the backbreaking work, but it was often the Indian agents who profited. Still, some Lakota adapted. They learned the business. Families started raising large herds of their own. Horse culture, too, never really died. The Lakota had always been horse people, skilled breeders, traders, and riders. Even after being confined to the reservation, they continued to trade horses with neighboring tribes and settlers. Horses remained a symbol of freedom and pride, even when freedom itself was in short supply. But the restrictions were tight. Leaving the reservation to trade without permission could get you arrested, and any livestock could be seized without warning. With rations infrequent, money from the cattle trade going into agents' pockets, and their culture disappearing, the Indians' morale was at an all-time low. Leaders like Red Cloud and American Horse walked a fine line. They pushed for self-sufficiency and used what tools they had to keep their people going. By the late 1880s, hope turned desperate. The ghost dance swept across the plains, a prayer for renewal, for the return of the buffalo, the old ways, and the freedom that had been lost. The U.S. government saw it as a threat. Just months later, the soldiers came to Pine Ridge. The result was Wounded Knee. The cattle and horse trade on Pine Ridge wasn't just about livestock. It was about survival, resisting erasure in a system designed to erase. And even in the hardest conditions, the Lakota found ways to endure, to adapt, and to hold on to pieces of who they were. Please support us here at Wildwestfaces by watching our long videos.